Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this amazing program. Thank you so much for joining me on this platform. Thank you wherever you are joining from. If you are joining from Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, you are joining us from Biafra land. I appreciate you and I welcome you to this amazing program. Remember, this platform where you are watching this program from is Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV, a platform where we bring information that has to do with the restoration of independent state of Biafra, a platform where we bring updates coming from the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, a platform where we expose the evil of the contraption called Nigeria against Biafrans, the war that they have declared against the Biafran people that they continue to hide. We expose it in this very platform, and we urge you to follow our Prime Minister on X for you to get the exact information in pictures and videos and audios, facts, how the war is going on in Biafran territory. They try to hide it, but they can't. We won't allow them to hide it. Fellow Biafran that are watching, if you have not yet subscribed to this very channel, please kindly subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time we upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Like and share to all platforms, to family and friends, to all your WhatsApp group. Get involved in this radical evangelism so that everybody will get information as it comes. Wonderful and fellow Biafrans, a lot is playing out in the Zoological Republic. A lot is playing out as the Biafrans are marching forward, as the Biafra government is doing everything humanly possible to see that Biafra exists. The Zoological Republic is not resting. While the Biafran government is preparing for the convention that is coming up November, December, that will lead to the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra, as the Biafran people has recorded 50 million votes on the self-referendum, the zoo is panicking and they can't control their panic. That is why we woke up and we saw that the House have proposed 25 years jail term and 100 million fine for separatist agitation, intergroup conflict. This is madness. This is all they can do. Every time they always try to bring one threat or the other against the rights of the people. They are putting up jail term for self-determination. The same self-determination that their own law permits. Nigerian law itself permits self-determination. Today, they are proposing a jail term for self-determination. This is a country you want to be part of. This is a country you want to belong to. Thank Chukwu Okike Abiama that today we are already working out and the Prime Minister of Biafra, the program is doing everything to lead us into victory. So it does not matter whatever they do. After they must have put their law, let them come to Biafra territory to stop Biafrans from exiting. They cannot stop us. It does not matter which law they pass. It is not for us. Maybe for those who are going to be with them in that their Nigeria. Biafrans are already on their way out. And nothing on the planet Earth will stop the exit of Biafra from the Zoological Republic. As we speak, they are pushing all the buttons they have. They are fighting their last battle. That is why we saw another post that another stooge, some group of idiots came out and they are asking and they say, Daily Post report, it says, act fast on North's readiness for peaceful separation of Nigeria. Obidibo to Tinubu. I don't know who the hell Obidibo is or whatever. We are already walking out of the zoo, with or without the North. We don't want the peace of the graveyard, and we are not ready for any peace with the North. Whether they want a peaceful separation or not, we are not concerned about that. We are already made open to the public. The modus operandi of the Biafrans, how we are going to exit the Zoological Republic. We are pursuing our freedom politically, we are pursuing it diplomatically, and we are pursuing our freedom in armed struggle. That is the only option on the table. Whichever one the government likes, let them choose. Whichever one the government of Nigeria likes, let them choose. As for us, we are walking away. As we speak, There is a report from Sahara Reporters. It says Nigerian Petroleum Company, NNPCL, again postponed the Port Harcourt refinery kickoff for 6th time. The 6th time they are postponing the opening of the Port Harcourt refinery. It will never be open. Let them continue their propaganda and blackmail. Each time they talk about that opening, it is to distract some fools, some idiotic Biafrans who think that Nigeria has something for them. Anytime they want to distract you, they will go and activate one thing or the other to distract you so that you can lose your attention. But for us, those of us who are ready to have their freedom, we are not distracted. Every one of us under the Biafran government today, on the command of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nandekan, we have one way forward. And that way we will follow until we exit the zoo. No man born of a woman will stop it. As they are pushing their propaganda, Biafrans are waxing strong and they can't stop us. I want to share with you a video that came out from TVC. You know that this TVC is owned by Tinubu, and they are always presenting different narrative to distract the Biafrans. Different narrative. The only instrument that this zoological republic have is an instrument of disruption. Going to distract you. They will always distract you to make you lose your mind, lose your focus on what you are doing. But we will not allow them. I'm going to play with you this interview that one idiotic politician was interviewed, where he was claiming to be the one in charge, to be the one who convinced Biafrans not to protest. These are people who doesn't have any command or control in Biafran territory, but they come to the media to begin to play to the galleries and to show the world they are doing something. I bet you Biafran land is under lock and key, under the control of Biafran government, and there's nothing any man can do. If you doubt it, come on Biafran land on Mondays. If you doubt it, come when this very 1 month sit at home will start. You look and then you will understand better. They are going to understand. We are going to speak in a language that they cannot be able to understand. I hope they do understand. Let us listen to this very interview. Watch closely and hear what this idiotic politician is saying. After that, we go to the comment section and battle it out. Let's watch.
Protest. What is your general take on the protest? Do you think the protesters had a legitimate reason to protest? Do you think they achieved their goal? And I mean, did it change anything?
Well, I am not a supporter of the protest. The protest was highly ill-advised. Highly ill-advised. I see some political interferences. You know, people trying to lash in on ignorance of the youth to protest, to bring down the administration that is doing so well. So I am not in any way in support of the protest, and I think it is very ill-advised.
So did you think it's changed anything?
Stupid.
Doctor, can you hear me?
Yes.
Did that protest change anything?
Yes, I can hear you.
Right.
No, it didn't achieve anything. It was a total failure.
Right. You know, this protest has brought about some conversations begging for answers. The ripple effect of violent protest on our economy, on our sovereignty as a nation, on the unity as a people, you know, proportionality of response and accountability. I mean, we saw what happened in the North, such huge difference from what we saw in the Southeast. And it was surprising to many because the Southeast has always been part of national protest. So what changed this time? Was it because it was a leaderless protest, or because it was a needless one?
The truth is that the Southeast now have leadership under the leadership of Governor Hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, who was able to convince the people that the protest is not to our advantage. There's clear leadership, who the people believe in, who the people accepted his opinion that the protest will not do anything for us. We are more interested in dialogue. We want further engagement with the administration. And the Southeast listened to that call, and the decision of the Southeast not to join the protest, I can assure you, is one of the major reasons why the protest flopped.
But apart from having a leadership at this moment, we heard other stakeholders react to whether or not the protest should hold. And according to the National Vice President of the Igbo Social Cultural Organization, Ohaneze Ndibo, he said the Southeast shunned the protest because they usually bear the brunt of such exercise in Nigeria. One, is this a fact? And on the other hand, the new chairperson of the Southeast Traditional Rulers Council, and that's Emmanuel Keke, suggested that the Southeast shunned the protest that the people of the region had become tired of seeking freedom, relevance, and equal treatment in Nigeria. And according to the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, that's Ken Kaluben, the major reason given as to why the Southeast keeps the protest was, and I quote, avoid the risk of being scapegoated. What does that really mean, Doctor?
We've all known in the past that once there is protest in any part of the country, the Southeast are always targeted for attack by hoodlums, by the state operatives and all that. That was the suspicion. So we decided that it is not our place to protest. And what are we protesting for? We are satisfied with the administration. The leader of the zone, Governor Hope Uzodimma, was able to convince other leaders, including Ohaneze, that we do not need to be part of that protest. We need to interrogate issues better. We need to be able to engage the administration further for more inclusive in the administration and not by protest. And that was what played out.
I see. You know, it's a different task for a leader of a region, and that's, I mean, according to you, Hope Uzodimma, to convince his generation, and that's people like you. But I'm surprised, how was he able to convince the youth of the entire Southeast region to skip this protest? Because for a fact, that was a perfect example of unity, something we probably haven't seen in the Southwest for a very long time.
That is the idea of leadership, good leadership that the people believe in. The people believed in him, and he was able to convince the trade unions, he was able to convince the traditional rulers to talk to their people, to engage further with the government and not to be part of the administration. Yes, anybody canvassing the opinion that will bear the brunt is not wrong. And we are wiser now. And recently, some people, Mbshell, one character from the north, was saying, why are Igbos not protesting? Why are Igbos quiet? Will you tell us when we feel pain and when we don't? We don't feel any pain. We believe in the administration. We believe that we need to give the administration time to deliver is good for the Nigerian people. And we are wiser for it. And we are happy that it went the way it did. We didn't record loss of lives, which are always the case in every protest in Nigeria. Thank you. So
Doctor,
we are very
for
grateful to the leadership.
Thank you very much for going there, because there are those who have said, I mean, that protest was about the state of the economy. Is the Southeast not affected by the rising cost of food items and other commodities?
I'll tell you that the rain is falling on every roof. We all go to the same market. But we understand it better. We believe that it is too hasty to start to blame the administration for everything that is going on in the country. Because we know that the problem that we are facing today didn't start today. We are not blaming any administration, but in our own opinion, which we explain to our people, bad leadership has existed from time of independence in 1960. In fact, from 1914, since amalgamation, there's been a lot of elements of bad leadership due to lack of patriotism. Our people do not believe in the country. So to blame Bola Ahmed Tinubu for everything that is going on in the country today is not fair. It is not at all. And we understand that clearly. I was in church last Sunday, and the reading in the Catholic Church is all the same reading all over the world. Was Moses in the wilderness with the Israelites. Just within a short period, the people have risen up against Moses. And they say, why didn't you leave us as slaves in Egypt? Why have you brought us to this wilderness to die of hunger? Why? Because they were not patient enough to believe in the faith that God has brought them out for freedom. And that is what is going on today. Within 1 year of the administration, the people already are shouting, Bola Tinubu has done this, Bola Tinubu has done that, without relating what is happening.